Hi, 你好. This is S.H.A from Sino Heritage Academy Chinese Learning. Last time we talked about the 6 major categories of Chinese tea. Because I'm such a big fan of Chinese tea, this video is also about this topic, the evolution of Chinese tea and tea house in China. By the way, this picture you see here will be explained as post-credit scene later of this video, so pay attention. Have you ever wondered how tea became such an important part of Chinese life? Or why tea houses in China have remained popular for centuries, even in our fast-paced digital world today? Yes, today in this video, we are going to answer these 2 questions. Let's start at the beginning. The story of Chinese tea dates back over 4,000 years. Legend says it all began with Emperor Shen Nong. Legends attribute the discovery of mythical Emperor Shen Nong, the divine farmer, a figure linked to medicine, who is said to have taught humanity to sow and harvest grain, and who tested all plant species to know whether or not they were suitable for human consumption. Regarding tea, the well-known Shen Nong myth tells that on one occasion, while Shen Nong was sitting under the tea tree and feeling sick after having consumed a toxic plant, a leaf of the tree fell into the pot where he was boiling water. After drinking this water, Shen Nong felt revitalized and thus discovered the beneficial properties of tea. And just like that, the world's most popular drink after water was born. After the legendary origin, tea in China has been further explored as medicine in Zhou dynasty and reached the big flourishing as art and culture in Tang dynasty. The Tang dynasty marked a significant period in the development of tea culture in China. It transitioned from tea primarily used for medicinal purpose or as a food ingredient to a widely enjoyed beverage and a significant part of social and cultural life. During this time, tea drinking spread throughout society, with the finest teas even being sent to the emperor as tribute. Lu Yu, a scholar and a tea lover. His book, The Classic of Tea, is the earliest known treatise on tea and perhaps the most famous work on tea. The book is not large, about 7,000 Chinese characters in the literary language of the Tang dynasty, a condensed, refined, and poetic style of Chinese. It is made of 3 scrolls and 10 chapters. We should be aware that the tea drunk during Lu Yu's time was not what we know tea to be today. It was an unoxidized tea made from tender leaves. They were steamed and crushed immediately after steaming, then compressed into cakes. After Tang's flourishing, Chinese tea was further towards prosperity in Song dynasty, when tea ceremonies and powdered tea have been both developed as features of that time. In Liu Songnian's hand drawing, named as Market Competition in a Tea Garden, Ming Yuan Du Shi, we can see in Song dynasty, tea ceremonies were more for the community, for the whole society to participate as an activity. And at that time, tea in the cup was in powder rather than in leaves. The whole society participate and powder the tea are the features of that Song period. In Ming dynasty, loose leaf tea became popular, and in Qing dynasty, Chinese tea culture was refined and got the trend until nowadays that drinking tea is more an individual event but still ceremony, and many tea types are the symbols of Chinese tea in the world beverage stage. In China, tea is much more than a drink. It's an art, a lifestyle, even a form of meditation. Whether it's green tea, oolong, or pu'er, each tea reflects something deeper, like patience, balance, and appreciation of nature. Please watch my previous videos to get more insights. Over the centuries, tea became woven into Chinese traditions, used in weddings, business meetings, and even apologies. It's a symbol of respect, peace, and connection. Let's take the example of respect. In China, once the tea is served in the cups, the first of these must be offered to is the oldest guest, and then that order of age is followed as a sign of respect. This is called 先老后幼, literally mean first older, then younger. Please follow me. 先老后幼. Now let's talk about the tea house. 茶馆. 茶馆. These places began appearing during the Tang and Song dynasties, but really took off in the Ming and Qing dynasties. They weren't just places to drink tea, they were community centers, and also interesting and different regions of China has different styles of tea houses. Beijing tea house, particularly in Qing dynasty, often featured opera features and were known as opera tea house. In contrast, the tea houses in Yangtze River area, like those in Hangzhou and Suzhou, emphasize the nature settings, sometimes incorporating gardens and ponds. Further south, in Guangdong, tea houses are more commonly referred to cha lou and are known for their Cantonese-style tea service and dim sum. Sichuan tea houses often feature open-air designs with bamboo chairs and with the community style. Let's zoom in Beijing tea house, where tea is a medium to storytelling. Features a large space for performances and local specialties, with the combination of tea bowl and snacks. Beijing has also different tea house variants. On the left, you see Qing Cha Guan, early morning tea house, offering a place for locals to start their day with tea and traditional snacks. On the right, you see a chess tea house, Qi Cha Guan, also known as a traditional establishment where people would gather and to play Chinese chess, xiangqi, while enjoying tea. Okay, here comes the post-credit scene, kind of. Well, this video is not yet ended, right? So this photo was taken last summer in China when I and my families went to a thematic park in China called Meng. We were having snacks and drinks near a lake called Taihu. This is a picnic style of tea house where you can enjoy a special view from the location. It was really a nice experience. Let's look back the tea houses in the history. How did the tea house in Tang dynasty look like? Most of the tea houses in Tang dynasty feature the traditional Chinese architecture elements, for example, temples, pavilions, pillars, and there were many tea houses built in a nature environment, in mountains, emphasizing harmony. Tea house in Song dynasty, for example, described in the picture drawing from Liu Songnian, named as market competition in a tea garden. Tea houses were sophisticated social hubs offering more than just tea. They featured elegant spaces, live tea performance, and were centers for conversation, entertainment, and even political discourse. Tea houses served as a gathering place for various social classes, including scholars, merchants, and travelers, fostering intellectual exchange and stimulating conversations. It really merged into the daily life of all citizens. The Hu Xingting Tea House in Shanghai's Yuyuan Garden is a notable example of a Ming Dynasty tea house, blending architecture beauty with tea culture. In that period, tea house also became more specialized establishments rather than on the street. The play Teahouse by S.H.A vividly portrays the social and political dynamics of the late Qing dynasty within a tea house setting. In that drama, it shows the tea house in Qing dynasty is more a symbol of wealth rather than for all citizens, and for more social interactions which were embedded in tea house. So you can see the function of the tea house is not just for buy and consume tea, it's also a place for information exchange, for social gathering and interaction, as a cultural hub, and for business and activities performance, and it also has a significance on historical value. Maybe you're also wondering why tea houses in China are still so popular. Even today, with coffee shops on every corner, tea houses in China are still thriving. Why? Because they offer something really rare as an invitation to slow down. Tea houses today are evolving. Some feel like art galleries, others like peaceful retreats, but they all have that same core, which is a space to connect with yourself, with friends, and with the moment. To me, the tea house in China compared to coffee shops, not only young people, but mostly older people are still enjoying it, and they want to slow down the faster pace of the life, and there are a lot of types of tea they can choose, and also tea is very healthy with a lot of nutrition. Lastly but not leastly, tea and tea house show the historical value, which is kind of a good memory of the past, of the history. This is today's video. Do you like it? Next video, I want to show you the last episode of the series of Chinese tea, which is Eat Tea, Drink Tea, and Taste Tea. Do you know the difference and how to remember them in Chinese? If you like my video, please give likes and subscribe and follow me and give me support. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.